Welcome to the Six Figure Business Mastery Podcast, where every week Kirsten and Jeanne dive into the essential topics to fuel your business growth. From copywriting to course creation, mindset to video marketing, they've got you covered. Tune in for expert guest interviews on all things marketing and business, and learn how to work on your business, not just in it. So, get ready to unlock your business potential and take it to the next level.
So today we're going to talk about stop spinning your wheels, how a marketing virtual assistant can streamline your business.
So Jeanne, do you want to give them a little background on your business and how we ended up kind of not just learning how to use marketing virtual assistants to do our own marketing, but back in the day, we were really hiring people to do your client work.
It was to the point in my business where I couldn't really grow anymore. It was doing really well, which is great, but I couldn't grow because there's only so many hours in the day. Kirsten had been reading about hiring virtual assistants from the Philippines. She suggested it to me and said, would you be willing to give it a try? She said, I haven't done it before. I said, sure, let's go. We learned a ton about cultural differences. We learned about communication, how important that is, and how to do that, how to make that work with all the tools, the fabulous tools that we have today. We hired somebody to help me with my marketing, which was amazing because you always think that nobody can do what I do or nobody does it is going to do it the same. And that might be right. But as long as you can coach someone, as long as you can kind of mentor them and explain things to them, they might come up with things that were better than what you're going to do, which has happened a lot of times that we've seen.
And that's a lot because you've got a degree in marketing and you owned a marketing agency. And I do think it is easy to think I'm the only one that can do it. But Jeanne and I went on this adventure of outsourcing, and we've outsourced to like 6 different countries. We've had lots of different people in different positions all around the world, which has been fantastic. But Jeanne's heart has always been with marketing. And my heart has always been with helping my clients grow their businesses. It comes down to having enough lead generation, having enough conversation, making enough sales. We were looking at all the changes that were happening in the marketing space. Back when Jeanne first started offering online digital marketing, that was when Facebook first had fan pages and email marketing was really just getting started. We've got a lot more platforms these days. There's a lot more options for you. And I think there's kind of 2 schools of thought here, which is you should just be on one platform where your audience is and just do a fantastic job there. Then the other school of thought is, so many of us are on multiple platforms, which means your clients can be on multiple platforms. If you're looking to really connect with them, you may need to be in more than one place. We kind of feel like we've married the 2 a little bit. We believe that you should definitely have a primary platform. And for us, that's YouTube. And for most of our clients, that's YouTube. You can repurpose the content from your primary platform onto all of the other platforms, which is fantastic because they're getting to know you. They're getting to get content from you, not a copywriter, not some AI tool, but they actually get to see you. They get to learn your mannerisms. They get to hear your stories and the things that have happened in your business and how you can help them. And I think that is incredibly powerful. Jeanne, let's talk about how do you feel like videos changed everything in the past, let's say 5 years?
I think people were afraid before really to do video, and they didn't realize how powerful it was. Over time, we've learned that on each of the different types of social media platforms, video has been by far the most popular, the most interacted with content on all those platforms. Having YouTube, which has been around for such a long time and is providing evergreen content. We searched for a topic the other day, and first video that came up was 10 years old. So for 10 years, this business has been getting leads from a video. So they created it 10 years ago and it's still rolling around now, which I think is amazing.
That's the power of SEO. When you're searching to solve a problem and someone's content comes up, whether it's a blog or a video, it's how you're showing up when people are looking for you. With the video, there was YouTube and then there was TikTok, right? And that just became this kind of rivalry there. Now TikTok has 10-minute videos and YouTube has shorts, which are 60 seconds or less. So video is not going away. And in fact, for a business owner, it's the most powerful tool you can use. And it does take a little getting used to. None of us like how we sound. None of us really like how we look on camera all the time, that's for sure. But I think if you have a heart to serve others and you have a real desire to help people, and our content is all about educating, it's about helping people. By showing up and just offering to help people, you can kind of get over yourself.
You need to let your passion for helping people overcome your fear of being on camera. And it's really true. And I think it is reflected in the fact that personal branding has become so incredibly popular because people want to work with people. They don't want to necessarily work with somebody whose brand is behind. They want to see you. They want to hear you speak. They want to know if they feel like they can relate to you. And video does all of that.
That brings up an interesting question from a conversation I think we may have both had yesterday. They all muddled together in my mind. We were talking to someone about using video, but this person was talking about, I really don't want to build a personal brand. I want to build a business because I would like to eventually sell this business. There's still a way you can do that. And we talked with her about her showing up initially in her videos. And then as she brings on more and more employees to start having them also create content. And what I think is fantastic about that model is that when she's hiring people, she needs to make sure that they understand that part of their job description is going to be that they will be responsible to add content to their YouTube channel. But she really liked the idea of realizing that each person that she hires then has a contributing role of building the business's educational content. And it won't always be about her, which is going to make the business more valuable to sell.
You have so much information and so much knowledge to share that a video is the perfect place to do that. We always have a call to action throughout. It's not like you're doing this just providing information and never asking anything. It's more of, I want to tell you a little bit more about how you can do this or how this can help you, or, what you need to know on this subject, because that's what people go to YouTube for, is that they're searching to solve a problem or find information.
You're sharing information, you're answering the questions that they've searched for in the search bar. And they also get to build know, like, and trust with you. They really get to know you. And I think that always surprised me, how much people would feel connected to me when they met me in person because they'd watch my videos. In some ways, it's a little bit startling because I'm thinking in my mind, how do I know them? But the reality is they've just watched enough videos that they feel like they really know me. When we talk about people buy from people that they know, like, and trust, next to being there in person with them, video is the way to go. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to be somewhere 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but my videos can be, which I think is really powerful. We talked a little bit about how all the platforms want video. Before we go into that a little bit further, I do want to talk about how our open rates go up exponentially when we have videos. You could create an ebook that was 150 pages and people wanted it and they would read the whole thing. Or you could create a free training that was like 3 days long and people would want it and they would watch it. But now that content is becoming readily available, it's important to have really great quality content and to be able to share that on different platforms. And one of the things that we realized is when we got away from having email newsletters, an email blast, like those were the old-fashioned terms. It served its purpose for a very long time. But now people get so many emails that they're less likely to open them. But what we found is that having a video inside of that email really skyrockets the open rate and also the click-through rate. So video is not just powerful by putting it out on social, but it's also a powerful way for you to stay connected and in front of everybody on your email list.
It's a great thing to be able to feature in the subject line to get them to open it, say new video inside. And then once you get them in there, to encourage them by having either a little animated GIF or just the thumbnail to click on that. And now you've got them to watch your video on your YouTube channel.
Even people who have online businesses aren't fully taking advantage of this, and they should, because it's so powerful. But what is really amazing is local businesses. When local businesses up their video game, so whether it is an interior designer or a moving company or a spa, med spa, when they up that video content, their email open rates really fly up, because again, they're usually dealing with people who've been into the business before. They generally are known in the community. So when they send out a video, people watch those videos. It's really amazing to see local businesses just seeing the same results that we've been seeing, which is great open rates and great click-through rates.
Sometimes you go to a local business or you consider going to a local business, and when you can actually see like the owner, somebody who works there, talking, educating you, talking to you about why this is beneficial for you or how to do something. And then you can actually go into the shop and see them. And you can say, I just saw you on YouTube.
So let's talk about the downside to video marketing. We know as a business owner, you're not busy at all. There are just not enough hours in the day for people that own businesses. And we all know that our time is more valuable than money. We can make more money, but we cannot make more time. And creating video content can be time consuming if you don't have a system for creating your content. And then if you have to be the person who does all the uploading and downloading and video editing, finding the B-roll, finding the images, doing all the keyword research, writing the description, all of the tags, creating the thumbnail, the list goes on and on. That's just to get the YouTube video produced. But then it takes time to get all the social media content pulled from that and captions written. It is very time consuming. I do understand that for a lot of business owners, that's why they just don't step into video marketing. The reality is, because we do live in a really global economy, you can outsource work for as little as $2.50 an hour. That, I think, is the power of outsourcing, like your marketing, and having someone support you with it. I say support because the original video content is you. It's just that someone else does all the production pieces. That frees up so much of your time. When we create a video, it usually takes a virtual assistant about 20 hours to do all the things that we have them do on the checklist. So that is getting it prepared for YouTube, breaking it up into lots of small segments for each of our social media platforms and laying them out to look different for each platform, not just sizing them differently, but actually designing them a little bit differently. It's about setting it up to go out to our email list. It's about converting it into a blog for our website. There are a lot of things that happen, and it takes about 20 hours. And I don't know about you guys, but you probably don't have 20 hours. I know we don't have 20 hours. Jeanne can do all of these things, but it's just not the best use of her time. I think that is the real power of outsourcing.
That's how a marketing VA can streamline your business. It's like magic, like Christmas. When you've given them some tasks, this is a video and I need it produced. And the next morning you wake up and this amazing video with this really cool B-roll, and so much creativity goes into it that you hadn't even thought of. When they start working on the social media pieces, now all of a sudden that guilt of I'm not getting my marketing done consistently, I don't have time to get on all the different platforms, then there's the guilt for that. I'm not getting enough leads because I'm not in all the places I should be. All of that goes away.
And your marketing virtual assistant can support you in other things. I am active in the community and do a lot of networking. So sometimes I come back with a lot of business cards of people I need to connect with. I can just send them over and she can get them logged into the software. We've already set up a couple emails that go out, like saying how nice it was to meet them. So using automation along with a virtual assistant is a huge help. The other thing I think that's fantastic is when you have meetings with your virtual assistant, it's a great time to review your numbers. We create content, but we don't always look to see how is that content performing? How is it working out? Having regular meetings with your virtual assistant to hold yourself accountable. Can I create better content? How can I improve on camera? How can they make the video more interesting so viewers stay on it longer? Because at that point, it's a team effort. You're the one talking, but they're the one doing the editing.
And that's something that's so important, is to review your numbers. But oftentimes we just don't have the time or the bandwidth to do that. We may be producing some content, but we're not looking to see, is that content effective? Is it getting people to raise their hand? Is it something that's engaging? Having someone there helping you and doing all those tasks frees up some of your time to be able to spend on some of those really important things.
Analyzing things and making decisions that can affect the business in a much larger level. When we talked about streamlining, I know that the pandemic caused a lot of people to think, I've got to find another way to do business. And that is something else your marketing virtual assistant can help you with. If you've been thinking about creating a course or digital products, they can often help you with that because they are fantastic at graphic design and layout and things like that. If you are in need of lead magnets, opt-ins, like you're trying to grow your email list, you have great ideas, but you just don't have time to lay it out. You don't have time to design it. You don't have time to set it up in the software. That's something your virtual assistant can help you with as well.
Really, anything that's done more than once should be in a checklist and a system or process, because, you know, there are things that sometimes we have to do once a month. You don't always remember all the little nuances of what you have to do. But if you have someone else who's not only doing it for you, have them document it, or have them document it so that when you go to do it, you just follow the step by step. It changes everything, and it gives you back time to be creative, to focus on the right things in your business?
Yeah, because I think when people start a business, they start it because they're an incredible graphic designer or website developer. And that's what they want to do. They want to work with clients and create great concepts for websites. Or they're interior designers and they love going in and making homes beautiful. They own a moving company or they're a coach. They want to spend their time doing what they love. But when you own a business, you end up doing all these back end things that in a lot of cases you didn't even think about, like making sure your liability insurance is up, having all your bookkeeping done, or finding the right bookkeeper. All the back end stuff that has to be done is often not things that we love doing. That's my other thing about streamlining your business. How would your business be, or how would you feel in your business if you were just doing the parts you loved? Like, I feel like that's what we really focus on. How can we spend time in our business just doing the things we love? And for us, that's having conversations with people about how we can help them. That's about coaching our clients and helping them. It's about bringing on and training virtual assistants for our clients. If we get to do the parts of the business that we love and have someone else do the rest, I think we're a lot happier, we're a lot more productive, we're not working 24/7, and we're not burning out.
Some things to kind of look out for and to consider is things that aren't getting done in your business. For me, initially it was paperwork, bookkeeping. I have no interest in bookkeeping. Every day I would have a pile of receipts on my desk. And every day I would look at them and think, I really have to do that. It's just not getting done. It was draining my energy. When I could hand that off to someone else, it was such a phenomenal feeling.
Or I feel like marketing, something that comes up, a client project, whatever's happening that has to have your attention right now. So things like marketing often get pushed down, which means you then end up on the income roller coaster. You're busy, you're not, you're busy, you're not. Another thing I did want to bring up, though, is obviously outsourcing the things that you don't want to do or the things that are time consuming. Jeanne loves graphic design. She's a very creative person and she really enjoys it. And so sometimes when we're talking about a project we're working on, if I kind of see her light up over it, because I know she likes doing it. I think you've gotten really awesome about thinking about, do I have the time to do it? If her heart's really in it, then she'll say, yes, I've got time to do it. And I really want to get in. I'm feeling creative. I want to do this design project. Maybe it's a lead magnet. I think that's important to realize. If you love doing something, you don't always have to outsource it. So if you're like Jeanne, you love design, or maybe you actually enjoy video editing, there may come a time when you just don't have enough hours to do those things, even though you enjoy them. It does not mean that you stop doing them forever and ever. It means you just get to pick and choose when you do it, hopefully on projects that you're really excited about doing it, and when you're not crazy busy with other things.
A marketing virtual assistant on your team is phenomenal because seeing them grow and progress and just become exactly what you want them to be, if you will, you're building trust with them as well. With our team, like Kirsten said, I know how to do a lot of these things, but once I saw that we had talented people who could do that, I'm much more apt to say, okay, I can let that go. I trust that somebody else is there and they're more than capable of doing it. I just can't believe some of the talent that we find. They're some of the nicest people and just some of the hardest workers.
What I think is interesting is one of the questions I get when I'm often talking with potential clients or new clients that have just signed up with this is, let me see what the virtual assistant's doing so that I can see if I like what they're doing. But the bottom line is, the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So you guys might go and look at a lot of our content and you might think, I don't really like all that dark purple. I don't really like that design that they have, but we like it. It's on brand for us. But what's really cool is your virtual assistant has the skills to do the task, but then we are able to teach our clients how to coach them into doing the video editing and the graphic design to their taste. I think that's what's really interesting, is having someone who has the skills, but then you having the ability to really communicate your likes and dislikes through a structured workflow so that you actually get content produced really quickly, efficiently, that you absolutely love. We talk about that's where the magic happens.
We have actually 2 resources for you that we want to share in case you might find them helpful. One of them is called Double Your Income with a Marketing Virtual Assistant. And if you go to this URL, outsourcingforbosses.com, you can request a free copy to be sent to you and get a little more of detail of what we've kind of been talking about today. But I also want to share We have another one. It's called See How You Can Easily Create Video That Explodes Your Sales in Less Than an Hour a Week. And that's actually a webinar. So if that's something you're interested in, you can visit thevideomarketingmethod.com. You'll be able to access for free. So we wanted to share those resources with you in case you might find that helpful.
And we'll put the links in the notes for sure. We're always open to having conversations around this, so leave us comments. The other thing is if you have topics you would like for us to cover, again, leave us a comment and let us know what you want us to talk about. We're happy to do that.
Thanks so much again. This is Jeanne and Kirsten from Six Figure Business Coaching, and our program is called the marketingvaadvantage.com.
Thanks for listening to the Six Figure Business Mastery Podcast. If you enjoyed listening to this episode and you are ready to leverage video marketing on all online platforms, or maybe even start your own video podcast, then you need to check out the Done For You and Done With You program at themarketingvaadvantage.com and take your business to the next level.